what is money? Now, the programmed perception that most of humanity has about money is that it's happiness, it's freedom, it's self-worth, it's health, and all of those, concepts are surrounding money. But money itself, what is it? It's basically, pieces of paper, digits on a computer, or, circular little pieces of metal. That's the objective view. If you really take a detached observer view, that's what it is. So, next question. What is it for? Now, of course, the immediate answer that will come to mind is that it's to survive. It's to get access to all of the world's resources and to be able to live comfortably. Now, how about asking a question that rarely people seem to be willing to ask? And it's, why does money have to come in between human beings and basic necessities? Why does the medium for having access to the world's, abundance is always money? And if you don't have money, you're left to starve. Why?
As millions around the world try to survive with a lack of resources, we need to remember that it's almost never because the resources aren't there. They are. There's probably more empty houses in this country than homeless people. I mean, Jesus Christ, there's probably enough boarded up Borders bookstores and Barnes and Nobles to give every homeless veteran their own personal franchise location. There's enough water to create bright green golf courses in the middle of deserts, and restaurants throw away enough unsold desserts in the garbage to turn every hungry person into a morbidly obese, gently undulating mountain of flesh. So why is anybody starving, cold, or thirsty, or homeless? Seems like fixing this problem should be easier than getting laid at an orgy. The resources are there. It's the money that isn't there. Philosopher Alan Watts described it well when he wrote that saying there is not enough money is basically like a builder saying there's not enough inches. There's enough wood, nails, hammers, but we've used up all the inches. It's our archaic confusion between money and true wealth that stops us from providing food, clothing, and housing for everyone on the planet. Money is but a symbol, and we've allowed this symbol to infect our brain.
Can you tell me your name and how old you are?
Okay, I'm Andrew and I'm 9.
My question for you is this. Now this is a deep philosophical question, so you can think about it a little and just answer, tell me your thoughts. What is money?
What is money?
What is money? Yeah, that's my question for you.
Well, money is paper with ink on it, green ink, that the government says is worth something.
Money is an illusion. What does money honestly buy? I mean, if you think about, oh, I gotta pay car rent or house rent or insurance, or I gotta pay for gas, I gotta pay for this, that, the other. Why? Do you think whenever your money makes it all the way back to the top of the chain that they're putting that money into the earth? Everything comes from the earth, right? Gasoline is drilled, and sure, yeah, we make machines that can pull it out of the ground, or we make machines that can count the water as it flows, or the electric ohms or whatever. But those machines are going to run those things regardless of whether or not we stick our money into the earth. We're going to get electricity out of the earth because we've built things that have made it. We're going to get water because we've built things that flow. I mean, everything comes down from the mountains, goes into rivers, streams, lakes, all the way down to the oceans, and then we end up getting it right back. I mean, rains, evaporation, I mean, all of it's free.
I want to talk about money. What's the point of it? Now, I get to an extent that currency can bring order to a society, but by, the means of, people not robbing or looting or thinking they're entitled to whatever they need, want. Let's take a step back. The human race, just even life on this planet, does not need this body, my dog's body, my child's body, does not need that paper currency to exist. You don't need it to live. Let's just say, for example, I was born in a world where there was no such thing as Federal Reserve currency, or as even gold or silver, or even if those things were here, they weren't valued as money. Let's just say money's not a concept. How would I survive? What would I do? I would eat food, right? I would drink water, right? I would use the wood that comes from the trees and the stone and such to build shelter to live in. And I would use the ground, the soil, to grow my food. Yeah, if you take a step back and you realize that grocery stores and such have not always been here, do you think the human beings were chaotic, ridiculous beings that had no idea how to exist without currency? No, wrong. There are people who say that you can't eat food. I mean, does that not make you mad? You're a human being. You live on planet Earth. Corn, wheat grows, like right there. But if you don't have enough paper currency printed from a privately owned bank, you can't eat food. You can't live in a house. I mean, we pay for electricity. Okay? I mean, check it out. We pay for electricity. Yeah. Naturally occurring element. Energy. Flows through all things. We pay for it. That's right. You get up and you go to work at a job you probably hate for not enough money. So you could come home and give it all back to the assholes who printed it to make sure you have energy, water. You have to pay for water. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I pay for water. I paid $2 for a loaf of bread. Do you understand how cheap / free a loaf of bread is? I mean, but then you say, well, I can't bake a loaf of bread. I don't know how to grow corn. Learn. And if you don't know how, to do these things, and you say, well, this guy knows how, but he won't do it unless I give him money. Now you see my problem. This guy who knows how to grow wheat and bake you a loaf of bread won't bake you a loaf of bread because you don't have paper? Does that not make any, I mean, that does not make any sense.
Bills, electricity, water, you know, things like that. And why do you have to pay for those things?
What is money?